Welcome to the Live Right Now podcast with me, Allan. This is where mindfulness meets everyday life. Thanks for joining me for this reflection on living with intention. Let's talk about how we can live right now. Hello, beautiful souls. It's Allan, and welcome to Live Right Now. Today, I want to talk about the science of luck. And yes, I said science because what we call luck isn't nearly as random as we think. So what exactly is luck? There's a quote by the Roman philosopher Seneca that says, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." That's the formula. That's the science. And recently, I've been watching it play out in real time. Not very long ago, after 22 years at a local television station, my position, along with the positions of more than 20 of my friends and coworkers, was eliminated as part of a large-scale restructuring. And honestly, it was a shock. But here's what happened next. And this is the part that's been teaching me a little something. People started reaching out. Former colleagues I hadn't talked to in years, from TV, from radio, from different chapters of my career, friends offering to connect me with hiring managers at companies I had applied to, people vouching for me, opening doors, making introductions I didn't even know to ask for. It's like Henry Ford said, you can't build a reputation on what you're going to do. Those relationships didn't just appear out of nowhere. I built them over decades. It's actions, not promises or intention, that define who you are and build your standing with others. You must do things to earn respect and build trust. You show up every day. You treat people how you want to be treated. You stay present in conversations. You find ways to help wherever you can. I wasn't thinking one day I might need these people. I was just being a person, doing my work, caring about the people around me. And in return, I was preparing, even though I didn't call it that. Luck isn't magic. It's a formula. Preparation plus opportunity equals what we call luck. For decades in radio, in television, in every job I've had, every relationship I built, every time I showed up with integrity, every small act of kindness or professionalism, that was preparation. And now opportunity is knocking. I'm applying for jobs. I need help. I need connections. And they're showing up. Like just this week, one friend invited me to lunch and offered to recommend me to someone he knows for a job that I really love. That's not random chance. That's cause and effect. That's the science of luck. There's another way to say this that's really stuck with me. One of my favorite podcasters, Harbinger, puts it this way: dig the well before you get thirsty. And by the way, he's got a great 6-minute networking program that'll give you a better shovel to dig with. I'll put a link to that in the show notes. But that's exactly what I'd been doing, digging the well. Not because I knew I'd be thirsty someday, just because that's how you build a life. You invest in relationships, you show up, you care about people. And now that I'm thirsty, now that I need help, the well is full. Here's what the science tells us. Most people wait until they're desperate to start digging. They lose the job, then they start networking. They need help, then they reach out. They're thirsty, then they look for water. But the formula doesn't work that way. You can't skip the preparation part and expect opportunity to produce luck. You can't dig a well in a day. You can't build trust overnight. The people we call lucky, they're not. They understand the science. They prepared years ago. They built relationships when they didn't need anything. They showed up consistently, even when there was no immediate payoff. And when opportunity arrived, or when crisis hit, the formula worked. Preparation plus opportunity equaled what everyone else calls luck. So I want to ask you, do you understand the science? Are you working the formula? What relationships are you building today that might matter in a week, in a month, in a year, in 5 years? Who are you showing up for when there's no immediate benefit? What are you preparing that you can't see yet in the payoff for? For me, I'm still in the middle of all this. I don't have my next job lined up yet. I don't have the answer. But what I do know is this: I'm not starting from zero. I'm standing in the middle of decades of preparation, of relationships, of trust, of goodwill. And that matters. I prepared even when I didn't know I was preparing. And now the opportunities are arriving. So what are you doing to dig your well? If you need a first step, reach out to one person this week just to check in. No ask, no agenda. Whatever today brings, remember this: luck has a formula. Preparation plus opportunity. You can't control when opportunity arrives, but you can absolutely control whether you're prepared when it does. So prepare, build relationships, show up, dig the well, not because you're thirsty, but because one day you might be, and because it's just the right thing to do. Take things one step at a time. Be mindful of the blessings in every moment. And remember, there is no other time than now. So until next time, make the most of every moment. And remember to live right now. Thanks for being part of Live Right Now. If you like what you've heard, I encourage you to like and follow the podcast on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform, and share it with someone who could use a little inspiration today. Join the conversation on our Facebook page or email me your thoughts at the address in the show notes. I'm Allan. Until next time, make the most of every moment and remember to live right now.